Are you sure? Right. So you don't talk about I want to be a psychologist anymore. We don't talk about career like that anymore. Are you with me? All right. So you want to be a teacher. Do we say we want to be a teacher? No, we don't talk like that anymore. We want to be a special needs teacher. We want to be a teacher of English. We want to specialize in the sciences. We want to specialize in chemistry. Or are you with me? So that's where the language of your time, yes, that's where it has shifted to. Are you with me, young people? Yes? Very important. Do you want to be an athlete? Is that a career? Definitely it is. So when you're going to be an athlete? When you're 40? Oh, so let me ask you a question now. Do you have examples of athletes who do well in Jamaica? Do you have examples of those? Okay, too numerous to mention, right? Great. But how do you think they started? You think they started after they left high school? Definitely not. So Veronica Campbell Brown, she started at very technical high school. Are you with me? I think perhaps Asafa is the only one who perhaps started after high school. And it wasn't really long after. When he was at Charlie Mount, he wasn't running. Significantly, or not successfully. But look at where he is now at 40. You know, look at where he is now at 40. And so, colleagues, the point I am making is that you have to determine. Come on with me, young people. Remember, we're having a conversation today, okay? You have to determine where you start, when you start, and you have to develop your trajectory, your timeline about where you want to go. Now, one of the things I looked at when, you know, I've reflected on the journey of not just myself, but my siblings and my friends, my colleagues. And what I've come to realize, young people, is that those of us who started very early, at 40, were very, very settled. Very, very settled. So we were at 40 at the top of our career paths at 40. And that was because we decided, for those of us who decided we were going to teach, we went into Teachers College immediately after high school. Why am I making that connection here? You know, students, you don't have time. I'm making that point. You're being awarded today as a measure of the work that you have put in and the seriousness with which you have taken education. I want to congratulate you. I want to encourage you, yes, to keep focus and be mindful that every day at Geisel High School is worth something. Very, very important. In the same way that as adults, when we go to work, so when a tradesman goes to a plumber, for example, goes to a home to fix a pipe, he has another home to go to. He's scheduled, yes, in order to be paid. Why are you at Guys Hill? You are scheduled. You are timetabled. Are you with me? To be paid. To be what? To be paid. You're not here free. You're not here free. You come here because you come for something. And that is how you measure your worth. So you go to at least 4 or so classes for the day or more. You go there and time is going. You have only 45 minutes to an hour to understand this social studies or this history for today. And if you don't get it today, you would have lost some time and you would have lost some money. Have you ever heard the saying, time is money? Literally so. You know, young people, time is money. I want to also speak on the matter of taking your destiny in your hands. So you go to class and you're taught a concept and you don't understand the concept. Your teacher doesn't always understand at the same time that you don't understand. Are you with me? So there are 40 of you in the class. and there's just one teacher. Do you think you have a responsibility to learn? Responsibility to learn, then you have to accept that you have not learned. It's a difficult thing to accept, you know. This morning, Mrs. Morrison and I were coming, we're traveling, and we talk about knowing what you don't know. Knowing what you don't know. You are the only person, you, and you over there. You are the only persons who know what you don't know. So you can't make the teacher responsible for what you don't know. Remember, I know young people, gone are the days when people in my age group when we were students were afraid to go for help, were afraid to go to our teachers. We had no Google, we had no YouTube. We had no mathematics to go to. We had nothing like that. We depended on each other, on our colleagues who know, and our teachers who know, and our neighbors who know, to help us to know. Remember, knowing is personal, very, very personal. So if you don't know the maths, it's you alone don't know the maths. Not you and the teacher. You don't have no company. You alone don't know the maths. And because you alone don't know the maths, young people over there, way over there, because you alone don't know the maths, you alone have to take responsibility to know the maths. It's a very difficult place to start, but you have to be realistic. Are you with me? About your realities. I want to encourage you to progress in spite of the odds. You know, you, fortunately or unfortunately, exist in an era where nobody takes responsibility, or people in general don't take responsibility for their actions. Yes? And so if, depending on what the odds are, they find somebody else or the system to blame. The truth of the matter is, so many persons have progressed in spite of the odds. They know what those odds are, and they have decided to progress notwithstanding. And it goes back to the matter of knowing what you know. So you know where you want to go. Are you with me? She doesn't know where you want to go. He doesn't know where you want to go. You are the only person who knows that. And so it's important for you to take responsibility for where you want to go. Progress in spite of the odds. Lastly, I want to speak on the matter of strategizing your success. Are you with me, everybody? Let's talk. Are you ready? Strategizing your success. All of you are here. I don't know how many awards you have today. We have 260 awardees. 216 awardees. What if I tell you, young people, that your success is individually defined? Your success is individually defined. I don't know if this conversation comes up when you are with your peers, but when we went to high school and people were being selfish with notes, because you know we never have no internet those days, as I said before. So somebody gets some notes from somewhere and he's selfish with the notes. And the class would come down hard on that individual and, you know, say him think is one grade 1 there CXC. You still have that discussion amongst yourselves? Sometimes. It was so true when we discussed it in my time. And I say that to say, young people, that a grade 1 for Tom, for Akeem, let me use correct names, a grade 1 for Akeem in mathematics is a success for Akeem. but a grade 1 in POB for Cadian and not a grade 1 for math is Cadian success. I wonder if you get where I'm going. Yeah. So it's important that you don't define your success as other people's success. So you use other people's success as models. Are you with me? Because the idea here is that we're all going to get where we want to go if we strategize our success and if we do so appropriately. Are you with me? A grade 1 for John in English A may not be the same for Jonathan, because Jonathan doesn't need that to get where he wants to go. In fact, we were with a member of parliament yesterday. He's a practicing attorney at law, and he met with us at the region to discuss student performance in his constituency, in all his schools in his constituency. And he said, you know, I do all of these things in maths when I was at X high school, and I don't even know where I stand with this. And we discussed, you know, general things about the ministry's policy and where we should go with not just math, but other subjects as well. But the long and short of it is that it goes back to where we started in this conversation of knowing what your career paths are. Because if you know where your career paths are, then you will know what it is that you need to get there. Are you with me? So you won't be struggling, yes, to be like Jonathan or to be like Hakeem, because you know where your strengths are. You know where your weaknesses are. And you have a well and strategically defined career path. And that's also important. It's always easy for students to have low self-esteem because their grades go down. And I don't want you to define yourselves by your grades. Are you hearing me, everybody? And I'm serious about it. Because what it does, low self-esteem causes our students, yes, to be identified with maladaptive behaviors. I want you to listen to me, young people. Listen to me carefully. It is important that at the high school level, you feel that great sense of confidence. Are you with me? To achieve everything that you set out to achieve, notwithstanding the obstacles, notwithstanding the challenges. I want you to understand that that is life. That is life. You won't get by without struggles. You won't get by without failures. But you know what is important, young people? How you handle these failures, how you identify yourself with these failures is really what defines you. I want you to be motivated by every success that you have. Are you with me? I want you to be motivated by every failure that you have and understand that that too is life. And prepare yourselves to rise above